Hey guys, my name's Jack Watts and I'm here chatting with Milky.
East side of the city where it's a little less bright, and I don't usually fall hard, but this time I'm burning up like bare feet on concrete in the summertime. When it was our time, we go in and head and fell asleep with the stars and the waves on the sand. Felt like another land that I would never understand, getting dizzy in my head. But it came to a halt within a minute or two. When your time was up, your motherland, she was calling for you. You packed up your bags, tied up your shoes, locked pinkies.
So I went full time into music about 2 years ago, and yeah, I kind of quit my job and I was playing lots of pub gigs and cafes and stuff, generally Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and it just got real busy, and kind of had to weigh it up, and music was outweighing work, so I kind of took the leap, and yeah, I've kind of been non-stop since. I started recording my first EP while I was still playing pubs and bars and working, and then yeah, I released my first single, and it's kind of just kept snowballing from there, which has been really fun. Pretty lucky I don't have to go back to work just yet, and yeah, I'm loving it. I think pinnacle-wise, I think just playing your own shows around the country with your mates is kind of a pretty big deal in itself. I love it. Doesn't really matter how big the rooms get or anything, but the whole idea of that just is really fun to me, and I love it. Like currently in a long-distance partnership, and I was over in Canada for about 2 weeks. I was meant to be there for 2 weeks in March, and then I had about a 3-week break in between tours here in Australia. So I yeah, quickly ducked over there which was supposed to be 2 weeks, and it turned into like 4.5 months or something. And yeah, I ended up writing a lot of songs over there and recording in Vancouver. Yeah, I just completely wrote that song there in those few weeks, and I knew at some point I'd have to come home to start touring again and kind of get back to work kind of vibe. But yeah, it was kind of, I was anticipating like this distance when I come back, and I knew it was coming at some point, and I was just trying to understand how it was going to feel, so that's kind of what it's about now. I've always tried to be like as honest as I can in like all my writing and stuff, and I guess find a way to get your point across in a more relatable way to people that listen. And I feel like maybe, yeah, there's some songs that people really connect with and can kind of, yeah, just fully relate to. So I guess yeah, for instance, this song's more for anyone doing it hard, like in terms of distance with someone, so yeah. Yeah, well, growing up, I always listened, like my whole house, like with mum, was like always just like rock and roll, like went from pretty much Jack Johnson to rock and roll and like U2 and stuff. But the older I got, the more I realised I couldn't be like, I don't know, I was just never in a band and I could never really pull that sound off. And then, but I always loved Jack Johnson. Like he was always on at home. Like he was a household name. And then, yeah, I kind of just, I guess, delved more into the acoustic world, and I like took a real liking to bands like Mumford & Sons, and then later on more like Venice Joy kind of people. So yeah, I took a lot of influence, I guess, and that sound is, I feel like there's a lot of simple and honest songwriting in it as well, which kind of I enjoyed listening to it. I kind of wanted to start writing songs that I enjoyed listening to, so yeah, that's kind of where it comes from. I only figured it out myself not long ago that I do a lot of writing. Like I write a lot, whether it's like handwriting or on my phone or notes or something. And I found that when it comes to like, when I find like a tune or like melody or something that I'm writing on guitar, lyrically, I kind of go back over my notes and my writing, and it's almost like a jigsaw puzzle. Like take bits and pieces from last year or like 2 weeks ago or something. So I enjoy it because it's pretty fun. Like, yeah, I have a lot. Like, I've written a few songs that kind of come instantly and done in like half an hour, fully done. But then some take a bit more time, and I kind of work on them and kind of step back and look at what else I've kind of felt before and see if it kind of fits and works with what I'm currently writing. And yeah, if it makes sense to me and it like means something to me, I'll like go with it. So yeah, it's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle, I reckon. Yeah, I guess obviously it's different. You can't really get, I mean, I don't know. We've played a lot of shows up in Queensland the last couple of months, which are all kind of COVID safe and seated and stuff, and you know, capped at lower numbers. But you can definitely still bring a vibe. I think people are kind of hungry at the moment to go out and see music. So I know I haven't really changed too much. Maybe like starting my set a bit slower, more slower songs, and kind of build it up towards the end, which is pretty fun as well. But yeah, I haven't really, it hasn't really affected too much, I don't think. A lot of people, like going into it, I was like, oh man, it's just gonna like be weird, everyone's gonna be chilling and like just kind of sleepy, but it hasn't really been like that. It's been really total opposite. I think people are, yeah, more happy than ever to go out and get involved in it, because I think we kind of took it for granted beforehand, hey, like what a big crowd was in a big gig or a festival. Once that's taken away, everyone's kind of like, oh man, I miss it. So yeah, I haven't changed too much in the set. It's been fun. I know I've always tried to bring new material to each show and kind of each tour. I've always kind of wanted a reason to tour, whether that be a new single or a new EP or some kind of new product to show people, I guess, and just have a good time while doing it. So yeah, I think I know I've got a lot of mates playing with me as well. That's kind of part of the show as well. Like a lot of the boys out there, like we're all touring together at the moment, which is like really fun. So they jump off and play electric guitar or saxophone or something. So yeah, I don't know, it's like kind of a big jam session, the show, so it's pretty fun. And a lot of it's unrehearsed as well, so it's kind of just on the fly, which is pretty fun too. Essentially kind of, yeah, 6-7 track EP, kind of middle of the year, next year. So yeah, a few more singles before then, and yeah, and then tour that one as well, hopefully.
Bedroom floor, I feel like I'm high, somewhere on the 18th floor. Was that a metaphor? Well, I'm not really sure, but all I know is that it's you, honey, that I adore. And right hand's got a ticket to fly over the Pacific, and you wouldn't want to miss it, cause I miss your coastal kisses when I'm feeling low. Somewhere back at home, I'll sneak some of your love and check baggage below. And I don't really know how long it's gonna take for this world of ours to clean up its mistakes, but we'll sit and wait, yeah, we'll sit and wait. Cause on the horizon I can see the better days, yeah.
You too. Mumford & Sons. Jet, Get Born. Oh, the first thing I thought of was Rockstar. That. Or Watermelon Sugar. Harry. Maybe like a Fast and the Furious soundtrack. That'd be pretty cool. Forum, Tash Sultana. Miley. You too. I love like I get around like R&B, hip hop, and rap, that kind of everything. One Direction, boy. Harry. He's sick. I love his music. Mumford & Sons would be pretty fun, I think. Probably the Beatles. Oh man, that's tricky. I don't know what I'd tell myself a year ago. Just keep going. Probably that U2 concert. Just blew my mind.